Hello, we got a new public test patch. I knew it was coming because of a JSMARS tweet. I didn't know it was coming this quick. But even then, I wanted to give it a little bit of time. I wanted to know certain things about the test that's going to be known at a deeper level than just looking at the patch notes. I wanted to see what people's initial thoughts were. And I feel like a lot of thoughts and a lot of things are going to take quite some time to mess around with, and I personally haven't messed around with it. If you guys don't want spoilers, feel free to click away now. But I do know certain things, and I'm able to give a deeper opinion than just, hey, these are the patch notes. So let's get into it. New build piece hexagonal gate. I don't know why it's not called the Tverger gate, but hey, okay, hexagonal gate, sure, that's very matter of fact. I feel like it should be called Tverger gate. That's fine. New item, fishing hat. This item is weird. This items are really weird. So, it's really cool. Let me see if I can find the picture of it. Oh god, it's somewhere. Hang on. I'll be able to find it. Yeah, I could just take a screenshot of this. Huh? So this item is interesting in that it's a really like later game item, I guess you could say. But its benefits are best used in the mid game. So it's really odd. I mean, okay, let's take a look, right? Here it is. You know, it's a little not the best res because I zoomed in, but you know, 2 thumbs up. Fish fear me, Vikings want me, or whatever. Got like a little bit of an angler. You've got some baits and lures on there. It looks nice. This angler light, I love that. I love that so much. You put a glowy thing on something, and I'm a big fan, aesthetically wise. But I had a little bit of trolling done to me on the morning that I had to work. You know, the one morning out of months when the public test dropped, and I was like, oh wow, I can't check anything or verify anything because I'm at work. I was like, oh, this hat's probably just like the one armor, does nothing, looks cool, classic Iron Gate, just like the Yule tree and the flower crown. No, this thing starts off 8 armor. Don't know if you can upgrade it yet, but 8 armor, not bad, right? That's the same value as like initial bronze helm and root mask. Like, okay, so I'm like, okay, this is like not terrible, right? But also, it buffs swimming plus 20, fishing plus 20. That's ridiculous. But these skills are kind of secondary, tertiary. These are like background skills that are good to level up. They're also exponential skills, or relatively exponential skills. And while it's good to have something that boosts those by that much, I feel like it should be acquired way earlier than you can. So let me explain. This thing, I've heard, requires 2 of every fish, even the ones in the deep north and the Ashlands. That's way too expensive. That's way too expensive. It's basically like, hey, we're in the late game, right? Go to the late game and get this item to help you progress skills. It's like, progress? I should already be doing the progressing. What do you mean, get me something to help progress? Now let's talk about why that is the case. Skills like running, jumping, blocking, sneaking, bows. These are all skills which, in some way, having a higher level through some sort of boost is going to make leveling them in the future a lot easier. Fishing is the same way. So is riding. And that is because either through attack speed with bows or stamina reduction, it makes the process of doing that thing smoother. You're able to do it more often and get more levels in the process. And it is the same thing with this swimming plus 20. Not bows, imagine. Fishing plus 20. When Hearth and Home dropped, they reduced the bow's speed, the draw speed, by a decent amount to compensate for how absurdly powerful the draw speed is at 85 and higher. It maxes out at 85 and higher now. But yeah, bows 100 used to be ridiculous, and then they capped it at 85. And they slowed down all the way down the line. To rebalance the mid game of bows, because it was a big hit in the early the early progression, they introduced the root set, and the root set full bonus gave bows plus 15 in the mid game, early mid game. And what that did is it allows you to shoot faster. You're able to shoot enemies from range more often because you are shooting faster. And because you are shooting and killing enemies from range more often at a faster speed, you are leveling bows even further. It is an exponential skill, less linear than your weapon skills. Swimming and fishing are the same way. So I think this should be introduced way earlier. Way earlier. Give this thing the cost of maybe 1 crystal to simulate the angular light, 1 giant herring, because that fish is oftentimes the one that's really ignored. I didn't even know it existed until the longest time. I was like, wait, there's fish in the swamp? Like, yeah, there's fish in the swamp. Like, you have to master the swamp, be really careful, and understand how to fish while you're in this relatively chaotic zone. And I think having this mastery in this early to mid game zone, catching this really cool looking fish with all the whiskers and stuff, I think that would be a good sign that you are on your way to becoming a fishing wizard or whatever. I don't know, master fisher. Master, bait man, you know? Okay. Now, for real though, I think it could be a earlier thing. Maybe to compensate skill-wise, it could be plus 15, plus 15. Personally, plus 20, plus 20, I would keep it that way. I also like this little light because, I mean, my idea, this isn't the case, but like my idea for the future would be like, oh, well, maybe the light changes if you're sailing and fishing in the ocean. Maybe it changes and it glows a different way if there's a serpent nearby. Think Frodo's sword in Lord of the Rings glowed blue when there were orcs nearby. That sort of thing, you know, helps you out when you're just trying to catch ocean fish, right? You're not really decked out as much for serpents in combat like that. So maybe that would be a good addition. Otherwise, fishing hats are really cool. I love this direction that they're going where not only is it very fashionable, it's got the glow, it's a nice aesthetic, but also it has mechanical benefits. That's beautiful. Whew, had to sneeze. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad, you know, I talked about the Serpent Scale Shield. It has mechanical benefits as well, now that it's always been gorgeous, but mechanical benefits only started to shine now in the Mistlands because the Seeker types, especially the starred ones, whew, so much raw damage, especially in co-op. Brutal. Yeah, that Pierce Res stacking. So yeah, glad to see that they're heading in this direction. One direction, God, I'm all over the place today, sorry. Something that I would like them to change with the Dvergr Tankard is maybe it would drink 2 potions at once, or if you tapped a mead, you know, fermenter for mead, you would get 2 extra meads instead of 1 extra mead that the regular tankard and the Horn of Celebration give. I think that would just be an interesting upgrade, and it would be indicative of the Dvergr being big drinkers. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but enough of that. Back to the regular public test. New content. Yep. Love the Developer Gate. Yep. I will. I'm always going to call it the Developer Gate. Ballista things. This is exactly what Jason Marsh was talking about. That's cool. I really hope it will be able to angle itself upward more to shoot y'all. You know. Balance tweak. Mistlands enemies. So the y'all got harder again. But in a different way. The Seekers got harder again, but in a different way. This is going to take time to analyze. It's going to take a lot of testing and experience, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be doing Infested Mines and all that, and I think I'll show you eventually. Mist Torch is no longer primary source target for enemies. That's cool. I mean, it allows us to build a lot more. The progression is going to be really fascinating to see with Mist Torches. Fixes to Mistlands dungeons and boss room entrances, basically just so that like things can't get out, like ticks on your back, so they can't follow you out. Specifically, the queen can't follow you out, which she could sometimes. Like, let's not do that. Even though I think that would be fun as hell. Let's not do that. Let's see. Various other bug fixes, various fishing fixes, various networking fixes. Yay for networking fixes. Yay. This. Interesting. We don't know what that is. New content. Yeah. Needs super secret recipe. Yeah, it's all the fish. Seen this. Yeah, here we go. Circling tweaks, more aggressive. Spit 2 projectiles, but burst intervals increased. Very cool. More fire damage, less blunt damage, as it should be. I like that. Post Queen Night spawns. Somehow, people are being... I don't know how this is controversial. This is something that happened with Fullings in the Meadows. This is something that like always happened. Like the Grey Dwarves, Grey Dwarf Shamans, all of that. Like when Grey Dwarf Shaman spawned at night, I had the first experience way back in the day. It's like, oh, I have this farm. Hee, cute little farm out in the open. No, Grey Dwarf Shaman comes along at night. Poison mist. Bam, all the carrots are dead. It's like the way they teach you is don't go out at night if you're not going to be prepared. And make sure your base is set up right. Make sure that is set up right. And I think that's fine. It's been throughout the whole game. Like, you get Night Fog in the Meadows, you can get a Draugr Archer. Like, post-Elder. Yeah, you got your Draugr Archer. You're not safe. You think you were safe already in the Meadows, walking around naked? Basic food? No, you were never safe. So, this is just same thing. You're still not safe. The cool thing is, the Mistlands food is so damn renewable that you really shouldn't have a problem. There's no mist at night in the Meadows. You can see these seekers from far away. You're good. You're chilling. Especially broods and ticks. Broods and ticks are like nothing. Okay. So, hopefully, the way that this functions is it stacks with the Fullings and Skeletons so that they all fight each other and it's a show. We get a show, we get mats, we get an extra fun time in the Meadows at night. I would really like that. Mistlands boss now tries to flee if unable to reach the player. Yeah. No longer cheesable. Sad moment for Thread Menace and other speedrunners. For Sledge Cheese, for Demolisher Cheese. No Stagbreaker Cheese. Yeah. Mobs inside Mistlands dungeons can now respawn. That's huge. That's a lot of fun. This has never happened before with other dungeons. This is so exciting. Also, Royal Jelly Piles now respawn, which is super cool because unlimited jelly means unlimited Eider food, which means mages are eating good, literally. Love this. Wolves can now eat chicken meat. Yes, that's just a classic fix. Mist Torch is no longer primary. Yep. Tweaked portal size to boss's entrance room, so you can no longer cheese into it. Again, speedrunners, sad noises. Yeah, they just want their game to look polished. Sorry. Tweaked portal size on the exits. Yeah, that's good. I've never had this happen where I'm able to exit the dungeon while being on the floor above the entrance, but I'm glad that I can't now. Either region no longer affected by swimming or when encumbered. Super cool. Yes. Disconnected from the stamina. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. It should be its own thing. It's its own magical source. It should be a little bit different. Uh, yes. Yes. Emir Flesh now purchasable from Haldor after Elder is dead instead of after Bone Mass. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. This is how it should be. This is how it should be. Now, I would really love something if something new and unique. If you added something new and unique from the merchant from Haldor, if you killed Bone Mass and Modare, because currently I don't think you get anything. Like you kill Elder and now it's like you get the Thunderstone, you get the Emir Flesh. After Bone Mass, McNothing. After Modare, McNothing. After Yagluth, the eggs. Huh. I would love some two new items, please. I think that would be cool. It could even be fish, or I don't know, so like, or I don't. Let your mind go wild. Health and resistance tweaks on some Dverger pieces. All right. Ballista ammo capacity increased. Yay, that's cool. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm gonna use ballista. Bug fixes. Obliterator now converts Mistlands trophies bolts properly. Cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Mistlands biomusic no longer stops. Yes, cool, very cool. Collider fixed, very nice. Depth of field, cool. I think I have depth of field off, yeah. Optimizations, infinite amount of raw fish. I wish I knew about this. That would be cool, but now we can't. As now it lay eggs closer to their bodies, so your hen farms are gonna be a little awkward now. But a lot of hen farms are going to be pretty good because now we don't have chickens laying eggs outside of our little coops, and they're not running around into the wilderness aggroing rando stuff. That's pretty nice. Skeleton spawners. I didn't know this was bugged, but I'm glad to see that it's no longer bugged because bone farming is really good for the arbalest, and now it's even better. These no longer take rain damage. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I don't think they should have, and that's great that they don't now. Periodic lag spike fixed. Thank you. Optimization. Yes, love it. So your flying sound, so this audio bug is fixed. That's really good because the visuals in the Mistlands are really bad. So if the audio is bad, but now it's fixed. Great. Marble column build pieces tweak snap points. Oh my god, thank you, because it bugged the hell out of me and my friends during our first Mistlands playthrough, building a little portal hub. Oh, such a pain. But now this is fixed, yay. Building is even better now, yay. Additional damage for bolt descriptions now based on crossbow instead of bow skill. Very good. So now we can see how ridiculous the burst damage really is on the arbalest. Just in theory, not even what we see, which is already clean as hell. But wow. Just looking at it, you can tell now. Really spicy. Yo, and Puff Mage Cap, pickables no longer have invisible dead objects for performance. Aha! Another thing of optimization. Very cool. And this is a bug that's never happened to me, but I'm glad it's fixed. Fishing hat. Fish no longer despawn. Thank you. Fish found in ice caves now despawn or respawn correctly. Yay! Very good. More Tetra. This is super interesting. They give players extra materials when successfully reeled in. Hello? Slightly more raw fish is cool, but what? What are we talking about here? See, I don't think anybody really knows what's going on here, but I'm so excited. So excited for this. This could be huge. I don't know. We'll have to see. Fishing bait now returned. Yes! I love it. A lot more fishing to be had. Fishing bait recipes take basic, so that's huge. That's huge. So now it's not gated biome to biome, where we can just fish wherever we want. That's amazing. You know what that means? That means it's fish and bread time. It is fish and bread time, everybody. Farm your locks. and then fish your anglers. Let's go. Real fishing bread hours. Let's go. Love it. Love that change. Bait sold is now 20 instead of 40. That's fine considering these changes here. Perfectly fine. It's still very cheap, so that's fine. Fish will now try to escape when hooked. Whoa, okay, so that makes things interesting. That makes fishing a little bit more brain, big brain. I don't know how much, but it's interesting. Tetra can now spawn at higher levels correctly. Yes, I want my quality 5. Tuna can now only spawn in the ocean biome. It makes sense, but that's kind of painful. Higher level fish only jump in the ocean biome. Higher level. So lower level fish can still jump? Okay. That's fine. I still really like having, like, really high quality fish just, like, on shore. Like that. I don't know. That was a great experience. I don't know if this needed to be changed. I think the experience was already fun, as it was. Slightly increased skill gain when fishing. Okay, so this is what your progression is. All of this helps progression for fishing levels. Still, if I'm gonna have help progressing fishing wise with levels, am I gonna need that plus 20 when I get the hat? I'm concerned because I would love that earlier in the game. I don't know. I feel like my recipe of, like, 1 crystal, 1 giant herring, and, like, some leather scraps would be pretty great. I think it would be really good because then the helmet would be at a decent armor level for the area in the swamps or early mountains. I think that would be okay. I think that would be cool. Networking fixes, optimizations, yay. This is just all optimization things. Thank you so much, is all I have to say. I'm not going to really go over that because the video is dragging. This is all MISC stuff. I love all of this. Again, I'm super happy about the reducing light flashes and the managed say. Just super happy about it. Alright, thank you all for watching. If you know some things I don't about the public test, please do. I can't really go too much into the public test. I've got some things I'm working on here and there, but I will be monitoring it. I'll be reading comments. I will be checking the Valheim Discord server and the public test channel, and we'll see how things go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.